Alright, Beta Squad, let's move.
The Beta Squad that you're in charge of, Beta Leader.
Finally, we'll get you nowhere, dear.
Well, yeah, it's Squad B, so actually it does fit. Yeah.
Having fun yet?
No.
We haven't even done anything,
Death
really.
and destruction is so much
We
fun.
have killed 2 soldiers, with 2 more coming.
What fun.
At least the music is good.
Yeah, let me talk something about we haven't discussed first. Hold on. Look at all it's seen. Let me talk about something about the combat that we haven't discussed yet. This is the Final Fantasy game that also for combat introduces a sharp difference from how you defeat enemies. Well, you still do the basic things, but it's just the animation. The enemies don't anymore collapse, don't anymore like disappear in a global red, compassing your sprite. Now they actually have animations where they fall over and instead fall into a transparent white, kind of disappearing effect. This is slightly important because enemies will start disappearing this kind of fashion from this onward.
Neat. So
The bosses will still have the freeze thing before being collapsing, but it will still have like the white transparent thing, if I recall.
Again, let it not be said that all innovations 8 made to the series
The
were
central
awkward.
square is up ahead. Hey, are you Galbadian cowards out there? Like all of you Galbadian cowards out there. Come out and show your faces. Don't leave me hanging now.
That's
dipshits.
brilliant, Seifer. Just
Brilliant.
alert them of our presence.
What an idiot.
And if Zell has to say that, that says a lot.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
Also, Nautilus bar.
Huh. This
It was
Captain
hiding
Nemo-
behind the fountain.
So, if Nautilus has a bar here, does that mean Captain Nemo might have had some influence?
I mean, he traveled everywhere, might as well.
Hey, Tio, don't you just love the version that suggests that his ship is literally the Buster Sword?
Well, I don't see the resemblance personally.
No, seriously, Pedro. The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen movie suggests that the Nautilus is literally
Oh,
the
that's-
Hi,
Buster
doggy.
Sword.
Doggo.
Alright, I want you guys to scout the area for enemies.
What, the dog?
Yes.
No, not the dog.
Squall, pull the
check it.
trigger, kill it.
There you go.
My gunboy doesn't work that way.
Hold on, we have to take care. We have to take care of our garden force first.
Or your GF, yes.
Hold on.
Okay, I
Yep,
can't
calling.
remember if I got an answer, but does the gun...
Piss
But if you
off.
fire...
There you go.
Fire
Go
the,
away.
Look at the dog.
Seifer, it likes you.
But if you fire... Hey, we're not responsible for that. It's against orders for us to leave our post, isn't it?
Okay.
Wait, I was just gonna ask, if you press the trigger on the gun blade, does the blade shoot out and hit
No,
the enemy in
what
the
it,
chest?
how it
It's
works...
magic.
no, actually, it's impractical in real life, but for the laws of in-universe, it does make a bit of sense. Again, essentially, it combines a revolver, kind of type of barrel, and trigger, into a blade with some kind of, space in between, which allows the rotation of the barrel and the firing. Oh, right, time to show the GF. But when Squall pulls the trigger, what supposedly happens, instead of shooting a projectile, it creates a micro explosion that gives more power potency to the blade, which adds, the explosion effect aside from the cutting animation, and ideally, through laws of physics, makes the blade going faster.
So,
This is also why mastering a gunblade is not easy. Like we trip him. This is also why mastering a gunblade is not easy because in universe it's a blade that requires good handling, and steady wrist for it.
I think that's all of them.
All right.
So where are you going?
The dog is very excited about whatever's
I
happening.
can see that.
I love how Seifer came over to help
Well
us
then,
with
we're
that
on
last
standby till
battle.
the enemy comes.
My main problem with the gunplay. Okay.
Stand by. How boring.
My main problem with the gunplay is that I find its design inelegant. To be honest, it literally looks fan-made. It's literally a blade taped, mushed into the backside of a gun. I actually think Final Fantasy XIII did the gunblade better because I actually think Lightning's gunblade does look more plausible.
I suggested to look at the model for 14 instead. It also makes more sense.
I get what you mean about the Gunblade in 13, but I'm sorry, the Gunblade in 13 just looks so unmemorable. I mean, okay, yeah, it does. To be fair, it does literally shift into a gun, so that is somewhat useful. But
sorry. Hey, Galbadian soldiers.
Yeah,
Jesus.
So Seifer is.
What are you waiting for? Come show me what you got.
Doesn't anybody in this game have patience? Jesus Christ! You literally just got
If you're bored, you can pet the dog. Shut up.
He doesn't like
Exactly.
that shit, right? Oh. What a huge moon. Also, there's an Italian restaurant there? I didn't notice that until now.
Nothing.
So basically, we came here to do absolutely nothing. Great
Easiest
job.
job in the fucking world.
Hey, doggo.
The hell?
Brilliant line, brilliant. Good job, Zell. Good job.
Man, now this is what I call good.
It's probably not a good idea that the characters are reflecting how I feel playing this game.
Especially one like such as Zell.
This ain't right, man.
Also, the fact that this is also a line that they keep repeating is somehow worse.
Still keeping us waiting.
What, is the game loading or something?
I need to kill something. That's
waiting.
it. I can't take it anymore.
I'm
What is
killing
some
the
kind
dog.
Of dog training.
Oh.
Come on.
I'm sorry, for a second I thought I paused the video by mistake.
Oh.
Oh?
What is it, doggo?
He likes
He
Italian food.
He doesn't like all the yelling.
Oh.
Oh. Where are you going, Mr. Soldier?
Very sneaky.
Oh, 3 of them. Four of them, actually. 5, 6.
Oh.
It's
There's
like
a
the
party
Mughals
going on.
in 7.
The enemy.
Nah, you think? Good
Where
job.
the hell they going?
I think that's the enemy too, but
Finally, something to kill.
Hey, what's that up there?
that's actually how Seifer feels right now. Sure, actually, it's
Our
right.
next destination. Oh yeah.
Actually, Seifer, our orders was to stay here and yeah.
But that's against orders.
Yeah,
Screw the orders. I am.
What Zell said, yes.
Weren't you just saying how bored you were?
Look, sometimes boredom comes with jobs.
But I found something I found something I can kill now. Bold him over.
I stand by the captain's decision.
But you were telling him to piss
You
off.
agree with me?
Our heroes, ladies and gentlemen.
Captain's decision?
But you were telling him piss off 5 minutes ago.
I want to see how
You
this
want to
plays
wreck
out.
some havoc too, don't you?
It's a good opportunity to test out my training.
Ladies, unsheath your
Why do we even
weapons.
bother having commanding us?
Thanks to you, I feel like I can take on anyone, even if they do fight dirty, like you.
You'll thank me when the time comes.
He won't.
Also, this dog has many fleas.
What the hell?
It's a
Someone
man
drown
of-
Zell in the
I
fountain,
thought you
please.
guys didn't get along. You're like, oh, buddy now.
The dialogue.
They're an old married couple. Is
The dialogue in this game is stellar, isn't it, Shiroi?
This ain't no ordinary battle.
Oh, really?
It's an exam, an important one. I'm telling you, we have to stick to ours.
How sad is it, Taylor, that Zell is the voice of reason
I
in this?
know, right? That's depressing. And you stay here. I don't need any Boy Scouts.
Oh, fuck off, you! Like, seriously. Ugh.
You're a pretty ineffectual
What was
leader.
that?
Oh no, oh, dog, what are you doing?
I think this dog has a problem.
Don't take him seriously, Zell.
Well, Squall, I don't take it.
Slave.
Well,
That
Squall,
dog get me.
Seifer, if we're gonna go, let's hurry.
Well, Squall, I don't take anybody in this game seriously, so...
The enemy is headed for the facility. We, Squad B, are to secure the summit.
Well, actually, no. I actually do kind of like character
out.
minimum a lot, so... But I will mention when it gets here.
Alright.
Bye.
Well, okay, so Zell is easily convinced, yeah. Alright, bye, doggo.
There's also another thing, gameplay-wise.
Really just wants to be part of the groove.
Similar to Chrono Trigger, this is the game that introduces the idea that you don't have any more a pocket dimension where party instead all of your party members follow you in line, which creates some hilarious situations.
That's fine. I'm fine with it either way, personally. I mean, most modern RPGs do this anyway, so... there you go. Let's speed this up, because we already know how these things go.
I like the fact though that modern RPGs prefer a triangle formation, kind of like instead of just following in line.
I actually really like this thing because Neon Falcon has also been doing the same thing with their PS4 ports, where they added in speed up options. This is actually pretty convenient in a JRPG.
What was that?
Oh, who are you?
Your reckoning?
Jova?
Don't worry, we're C candidates. We've been dispatched by Garden.
Oh my god, no, I really am doomed.
So what's going on up there?
The Galbadian soldiers have entered the communication tower.
How nefarious.
On top of that, that place has always been a nesting ground for monsters, which is weird. Why the hell would we build a communication tower where monsters habitate? But whatever.
Because no one would think to infiltrate such a place.
Oh!
Don't worry, I'll help you.
It's time to fight the local fauna, actually.
Giant,
It's a giant snake.
Giant snake.
Listen up. The finishing blow determines the XP. Save it for me.
That's a lie. Not really. It doesn't.
Actually, it does. The thing is that the bonus is minimal, but it is present. The thing is that right now you don't need it anymore. All your characters are level 100 anyway.
Like I was saying earlier, I'm sorry, I prefer the gunblade of 8 to that of 13 in looks at the very least, because with 8, yeah, you can talk about how silly it looks. It does have more of an iconic feel, whereas 13, while technically, yes, the way it functions is more to the point, you know, it becomes a gun at some point, but it can shift into a sword at other points, but it just does not seem memorable. Like, I'm having trouble remembering her first weapon. Just enough that she changes weapons every game anyway.
Saber.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, think about this. At the very least, Lightning's weapon was so generic that even the makers of the game decided it was too generic to really stick around. Oh, sure, yeah, you can technically have it back in.
Alright, time to check Seifer's limit rate, actually. It's not super spectacular, but it's fine. Watch out!
Pretty light show.
That was kind of...
It causes an 8-bit sound effect to hit the monster.
You see, Scarface, I don't need a special minigame for my technique.
Yeah, my special minigame actually allows my technique to be more useful. And then there's Zell.
Oh, there's also another thing we haven't explained about the GFs. Basically, this is also the game where it makes, summoning the GF more interactive. By how? During the summoning animation, after you unlock a special ability, you can remove with a button, I forgot which one, you can remove the HUD and it will appear an icon on the square button, but you need to push repeatedly to increase the power of the potency of the GF for that attack. However, button mashing can't work always, because at some point an X will appear over the symbol, meaning that if you mash it even more afterwards, the countdown will reset and the extra potency will be completely missed. Basically, you can boost the power, but you need to be careful when to press square and when not.
But
some of the animation goes for very long.
I love how I actually love too how in World of Final Fantasy they did bring back the traditional type of summons from the PS1 era, where it has the big long flash animation and stuff. And at first, at launch, you couldn't skip those, just like in the PS1 days. But then later, they added in an option to press circle to just skip those. And I love in the patch notes. In the patch notes, it says right there, we've also added an option to press circle to skip the summoning animations, allowing you to completely render the thousands of hours of work from thousands of artists at the mighty power of your thumb.
Jesus, passive aggressive much.
I took it.
It's tongue in cheek, I get it.
Monsters, huh?
I heard the rumor that monsters are coming back.
Trust me, when you play that game, it fits perfectly with the game.
On.
Trust me, it's that game is very cheeky. Anyway,
Fun, please.
But
What a catchphrase, Zell.
But yeah, seriously, yeah, controversial as it is, I definitely like the Gunblade here better in 13.
sure, I understand your point. Let's move on.
Alright, I think that's it now.
Yep.
For a second, I thought it was throwing up in this.
Zell is doing the Slavic squat.
The generator is up and running.
All right, I'll be the other guy. No problem with the boosters.
Okay, so that'll be the fair one.
Yeah.
What the hell they do?
Remind me again, Teo, who did Biggs and Wedge in 7?
Me and Dwibs.
In that case,
Dwibs Wedge.
In that case, the same thing for this game.
Cool.
Just to keep things consistent. All right, cable
Connection confirmed. Beginning exchange process.
exposition. It doesn't matter.
Roger.
Yeah.
Repairs.
So they're repairing it, apparently.
Who cares?
I don't know, it could come back to bite us.
If the
This
character...
must be your first real battle. You scared?
What are you, 12? Like...
I don't know.
Squall, that's a yes or no question.
I try not to think about it.
Is there any savageable brain in this area? I love battles. I fear nothing. I'm literally the Doom Marine,
No
edgy
fault, head empty.
teenager version. The way I look at it, as long as you make it out of battle alive, you're one step closer to fulfilling your dream.
Excuse me? Hold on, Chiroy. Go ahead, Joppa.
You dream.
You have one too, don't you?
Be away from you.
Damn.
Sorry, but I'm gonna pass on that subject.
Oh my god, just say no.
Oh, let me guess. Obvious
let me in on it too.
No!
Oh,
Look, guys, we
mind
clearly have...
your own business.
Look, guys, we clearly have to foreshadow my mental issues, so yeah. for the sake of it, I'm just kidding.
Is this game a comedy or something? Because
What's the matter?
I don't know,
Zell?
so far I'm having fun.
Swatting flies.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I get it. You know, it's supposedly trying to build character amongst these people who hate each other at first, but will totally respect each other later down the road. Problem is, this...
And I hope you enjoyed the Seifer in your party because it now quits and gets replaced by
Selphie.
Selphie.
I mean,
Makes,
to be fair...
I
I guess to be fair, Selphie's actually more helpful than Seifer is.
Sure, but personality, she's not much of an improvement.
Go ahead,
Are you Squad B?
She's different. I'll get that. I'll give that.
I'm a messenger named Selphie from Squad A.
I mean, she technically outranks us.
I actually do.
The squad captain Seifer, right?
I actually do prefer her over Seifer just because she's not an annoying jackass.
Yeah.
Alright,
look.
chums, I'm doing this. Leroy! One of these days, I'm gonna tell you about my romantic dream.
And by the way,
Look, I
that
don't want to
sentence.
go out with you.
And by the way, that sentence never gets a payoff. We never know what exactly that romantic dream or whatever.
We do.
We do. Where?
We do. Yes. When he gets confronted by the witch, remember that's his dream.
But that's not romantic.
Becoming a knight.
Way up!
That's it.
Okay, Pedro. It is technically a romantic dream.
And remember, Pedro, later on we know
What are you
that...
waiting for? Come on.
I know
We
that
know
too. I just don't think that really works.
No, later on we know that that's also Squall's romantic dream.
Okay. So here's the thing, Pedro. The term romantic doesn't mean for the sake of love always. Romantic can mean more like a big or bold thing, so...
The most inner
means a
desire of your
romantic
heart, basically.
I guess.
What took you so long? It would have been much quicker if you just jumped.
Sorry, I don't
No,
want to
that
break
would've
my
looked
legs.
You can actually
cool,
do
though.
that if you want.
Much quicker.
I forgot if these affect your score as well.
Shirai,
Oh boy, it's the Dwib show.
you were saying Shirai, by the way?
You wouldn't normally jump off a cliff, okay?
Oh, I was just saying this party collectively share a single brain cell.
Ah,
Ain't that
okay.
right, Squall?
Well, to be fair, straight, we gained more ever since Selphie joined and Seifer left. Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know.
Of course you don't.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, moving on.
Well, let's get going.
So basically, the new orders are to come into the tower.
Has
Okay.
everyone equipped a girlfriend?
Selphie be stealing your
You
gem.
haven't forgotten, have you?
You know, I just saw a good candidate right ahead of me.
Ends on my GF, the good lady.
Alright, so that's the game's way of telling you, remember, you have a new party member, so make sure you equip her with all your
Now, if I
stuff.
recall correctly, all the Selphie stats and stuff gets transferred from Seifer.
No.
So basically, at
Is it-
least the stat line.
Oh, the stat
Um,
line. Oh, okay. Well, the
but,
GF stuff and the magic stuff, no, she's
okay.
empty at the beginning.
Selphie is the truly even more broken character of the game. Why? She has basically, aside from the weapon which is a nunchuck, which is a first for the series, and it's not really a conventional one. It's not very recurring. Her limit break makes her cast a shit ton of powerful magic at once, or very powerful exclusive magics to her, including stuff like Wall, which makes her party almost invincible, or The End, which kills everything, including bosses, super bosses, and the final boss. And back on the PS1 day, there was an easy trick to exploit this by removing the cover lid of the PS1 so that the disc will slow down, and you could choose very carefully your next move until before the enemy attacked.
I'll be honest, I kind of like Selphie for that gameplay-wise. I mean,
Gameplay is fine. Gameplay, she's fine, but my god, the personality is unbearable.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. I noticed you were talking about the gameplay first.
Like I said, I forgot where I said it. I might have in a previous part. She's basically Pinkie Pie without the charm. She's basically the "Lo, I'm so random" once you get to know me. Like,
Okay. I don't hate her as a character. I think that she, again, she gets proper development. Again, I think she's kind of like Final Fantasy VIII itself. You can grow to like her. It depends on how much you're willing to stick out for her here and there. Honestly, I find her fine enough as a Genki girl in the start, and she does mellow out throughout the game, so I'd say this. I've seen much more annoying characters like Vanilla.
Yeah, I can agree with that. My problem with Selphie is not even so much her personality, because like Jova said, it is true that she does technically mellow out along the game. It's more so the fact that she doesn't really have a clear character arc at all. She's just kind of there. She has no proper character arc of her own.
The important thing about her, as she mentioned briefly before, is that she's an import student from another garden. You will learn the consequences of that later. But that's kind of the extent that you get from that.
Okay, aside
So
from
this
Java.
is the communication tower.
Yes, Zell.
Yes,
This-
Zell, we know. We've told. We said,
Sure is big.
Oh my god.
I'm Big Muzzy.
Run away! Run away! Cowards! What's with the camera angle?
Dutch, indeed.
Yes,
This is Battlefield Earth.
yes.
The
Sure,
captain's
I know.
getting away.
Actually, it's getting inside.
Yeah, he's not getting away, honey. He's just getting inside. Yeah.
Selphie, basic directions.
Selfie away.
Did he go up?
Let me see. What do you...
Hey,
There's...
squad captain.
You see...
Voice is it?
No, trust me this. That voice is perfect. That's why I cast you as her.
It's funny because I think that's the same voice he used for Aerith as well. Fitting.
And Yuffie again.
and Aaron.
The Yuffie one was a bit more higher pitched.
Whoop.
And a lot scratchier.
Blind.
Yeah, aka it casts darkness on the enemy. Whatever, blind or whatever.
So what was overall the fan consensus with Selphie when this game came out?
Well, when this game came out, it got acclaimed by both fans
No.
and.
I'm
Selphie
talking about
specifically.
Selphie specifically.
Alright, here we go.
I don't know.
That's it.
Alright, go ahead, Dwibs and 2.
This is you, Dwibs.
Major Biggs. There's been a report of a monster-shaped shadow on top of the tower. Major Biggs!
Biggs, we're talking to you. Biggs.
Be quiet, I'm busy.
Leave me alone, I'm busy.
It goes like this, and jeez, what's with these crappy old tools?
But you're a crappy old tool, sir.
And why do I have to make all the repairs?
But sir,
The day in the life of a repairman.
sir, I'll check around while the repairs are being done.
I'm sure he appreciates that.
Thanks,
Let's
Wedge.
see, put this here, and... This goes here, and... There, it's complete! It's time to activate
And now
the radio tower.
Kitaze wants to show off his directorial abilities.
Because Galbadian had a reason for, you know, reaching the radio tower.
No, not the wrench.
Not the wrench.
Oh dear. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we're about to get hijacked.
If this thing takes off into space, I quit, I swear.
I get the feeling that this may not be good.
No, surprisingly, our job it's not a cannon. It's literally just a transmitter.
Well, it's a communication
There we go.
tower, so...
Yeah. But again, it's the question: what does Galbadian want with this?
To broadcast his pornography to the world.
Close but not cigar lips.
well, no worry, Dwibs. For reasons that I cannot tell you yet, that's impossible.
What do you think you're doing?
Likewise, mister. What do you think you're doing?
This is you're kind of intruding in my workplace, mister.
You're in my way, sir. Hey, what happened to all the soldiers down below?
They ran away like cowards.
Wedge, take care of these twerps. Wedge?
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Well, it seemed to be done here, so just be on my... I'm leaving. Move it, move. Sorry to crash the party. Are you crazy?
He's not crazy. He's just Seifer.
Just shut up! And by the way, for this fight, we're completely ignoring Seifer. He's just standing in the background.
Yeah.
Now,
alright, you
Seifer,
guys go
stand
ahead.
aside
I'll
while
stand
the act.
here.
Why are we
Like-
beating the crap out of Biggs?
Prepare for the
He's
worst.
the bad guy.
He
He's
is?
Galbadian, he's the enemy.
I guess, but
I
he's
gave you an order, soldier. He's evil and he's the enemy.
but he's just a repairman. He hasn't done anything.
A repairman with gauntlets of power.
Hey,
Customize it.
it's self-defense. Okay.
Again, as far as we know, he's a part of the bad guys, so, fair game.
I guess, but I don't know. This just feels wrong still.
Oh, there's Wedge.
Major Biggs, you finished the repair, sir? What is the enemy doing here?
Wedge, where were you? No pay for this move.
Should have stayed home.
Thanks so much, Arnold.
That's Biggs. It's Biggs and Wedge, friends forever.
Yeah, why haven't they ever made a Biggs and Wedge Final Fantasy spin-off show?
That would be cool. Basically,
Then we get what's other stuff?
Basically, Shiroi, this is another reoccurring thing, just like every Final Fantasy game has a Sid, it's also a reoccurring thing to have a Biggs and a Wedge. And they're...
Get it? Because, you know, they were characters from
Okay,
Star
time for
Wars.
the real boss. I forgot what it's called in the English version. I think it might be Elinol. I think
Holy crap! That is...
What the hell is it?
That
so
is
here's the question.
the monster
Because
with the biggest chin I've ever seen.
Alright, starting with this boss, you will get bosses that contain GFs in them that you can draw instead of magic, and some of them get to be exclusive. So here's the big question. Have you gotten the GF out of this one, Pedro?
No.
Damn it.
Let me guess, you have to... so is there like a set way to getting GFs? I played this
Yes,
game the night of...
very, like in terms of bosses, you get maybe another chance later on with maybe another boss, but if you screw that up again, you will lose it permanently.
I never liked
For
that.
Out of this one, you can get the GF Siren, which was the one that was censored for the remastered version.
I don't...
You know, this again goes into sort of the theme with 8. It does introduce a lot of cool, new, good ideas. The problem is that when you get to the other side of the coin, that's essentially waiting for the other shoe to drop. Hey, you can get GFs out of bosses. That's cool, but you can miss them permanently if you don't know what to do. That's bad. I feel
To be fair, the game expects you fully to, draw from any enemy you encounter, and if you see like a triple, question mark, you might be tempted to do that.
Squad B, Captain.
That's me.
Tap, tap,
You
tap,
did
tap,
nothing.
Tap,
Me, I have new orders.
tap, tap, tap,
But yes,
tap.
she technically outranks you, so you have to listen to her since she's from Squad A.
All seat members and seat candidates are to withdraw at 1900 hours. Assemble at the open bracket shore close bracket.
Wait, Troll? There are still enemies around. I haven't killed enough yet.
I know, but I'm just a messenger.
I'll shoot you. I'll shoot you still.
You're good. Hey! It's my sword that does that, not yours.
I still have a gauntlet.
An order to withdraw takes priority. I don't want to miss the vessel.
Just be glad I'm not pushing you from this thing. What time do you say?
Beta time?
7 o'clock, Seifer. Do you listen?
Like I said.
No. 7:01,
Like I said,
Seifer.
all
7:01.
seat and
Yes!
candidates are to withdraw at 900 hours. Assemble at the shore.
Okay,
And
you know
that's
what?
1900s. Darren, we only have 30 minutes. We're almost late.
You know. That's another reason why I like Selphie better.
You got
She doesn't do this stupid needing to have to repeat stuff thing that Seifer does.
Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, you know how... Okay, hold on.
Hey, wait for us.
I'll wait
And I hope you
I'll-
enjoyed of Seifer, because the next time we will see will be way later on, actually.
Who the hell does he think he is?
Why don't you ask him? Let's go.
This game is literally nothing but bickering.
I
Seriously.
mean, again.
If it's,
And yes, by the way, the countdown is starting, and depending on when you will arrive at the shore, you will be, counted in.
And Biggs is
hold
dead.
on, we're not just done yet. Sneaky.
is at least a fun kind of
Those
bickering?
little turps are the targets. Now go and kill.
Oh, is that it for Biggs?
Well,
Next, for himself, yes, but let's just say that our trip to the shore is not gonna be an easy one.
Leave it, of course.
well, Dibs,
We
to
have,
answer your
The next
question,
boss, the X-Atmo 92 robot.
or as I like to call it, the giant mechanical spider.
Now, here's how things are interesting. You're supposed to run from this thing because at the point of the game it's normally overpowered by your usual level that you might be. But if you want, you can actually take it down. It's spongy, but it's doable. And if you do, your ranking will be changed completely in terms of how you graduated. You will get
Alright,
a general penalty
we're about to
for
see
the
Zell's
disobey-
limit break. Hold on.
Let's get the hell out of here.
I'll tune
Or
out to
maybe just punch the shit out of it.
Alright, basically follow the seconds of keys that you see on the screen and you can do those attacks. That's the basic gist of it. Just follow the on-screen
Again,
prompts.
Again, like I said, we're trying to replicate in the controls of an actual fighting game, which is cool enough. Anyway, again, you will receive a penalty for actually having disobeyed orders and stay behind and defeated the boss instead, but you will receive instead a great score for the fact you took down such a massive enemy.
I thought we'd already busted that thing up.
Apparently so.
Sega wants to play some more. Forget it. Let's go.
And by the way, in each screen, you will have to move carefully in a specific manner, otherwise you will have to do a rematch. This thing. Sometimes you will have to just walk normally instead of running, otherwise you will have to sprint away for the next part. You know.
To answer Dress's question. Well, it depends. Like, if you did you like the bickering so far? Because it doesn't really get any better.
There are some I did enjoy.
Okay then. As for Seifer, see, the thing is, okay, you know how a lot of Sonic fans try to theorize back in the day how maybe hedgehogs are colorblind, and that's why Amy confuses Sonic for Shadow. Okay, I have a fan theory here as well.
I think it was more so that she herself is colorblind, but yeah, go on.
So I have a theory here. And because she also confuses Silver with Sonic as well. Yeah, so yeah, that makes sense to be more Amy than yeah. Okay, the point is, here's a theory: is Seifer hard of hearing or something? Because
that would explain a lot.
I mean, this is me filling in a hole for the writer, of course. But
more like he's not paying attention.
Well, how come he's a captain?
Because the Squisses is a terrible teacher, Dibs.
But yeah, in that screen you were supposed to just walk normal instead of running.
Okay. Here's the thing. Seifer's the kind of guy who, looks cool and is supposed to act cool and everything. But when you actually dissect this character, he's, kind of weak when you get down to it.
It doesn't even get much to dissect the character job, even on a surface level we get down to it.
Contrast, say, with Selphie, who, when you see her, you may think, oh, she's your typical Genki girl, but she actually does have some hidden layers to herself, and while it's not perfect, I'd say that her character development works a lot better than Seifer's supposed.
I know it, Joe, but she's still very dumb, honestly.
I don't know.
She has those moments where her brain literally leaves the room.
The most character development I can think of, Selphie.
Don't all characters in this game kind of have
I know, but it's especially her.
The most character development that I can think of that Selphie has is when she encourages everybody to form a band.
It's also this too, yes, but there's also this too, her backstory being tied to the garden where she's coming from.
Yeah, there was that at least.
Alright, if you don't defeat the Excite 192, you will get now instead this FMV. Oh, actually, no. You're still supposed to run to the shore, but you will get, again, this exclusive FMV that you're about to see. Which, I do believe it's the better outcome of the two.
Squad C, withdraw!
Roger.
I do like the spy music.
Move! There we go.
Oh shit.
Oh,
and he broke his back.
So much for
No, it's okay. I landed on the sand.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Well, first let's see again, rebooting once more.
Sure, why not?
Shit.
So who can help save Zell now? Or Squall, rather.
There you go. Quistis is Rev Brown.
Yeah, Quistis has a machine gun.
I suppose that probably worked better than a whip this time.
Quistis, you might want to start using a machine gun as your weapon, because the whip doesn't really work very well against giant monsters. And so
good work, team.
Good work, team, I guess. Alright, let's go back, and I guess we'll have to wait for our evaluations.
Cooking bitches
Failed.
for night.
Failed. Squall just stood around waiting.
Oh, very
Seifer.
good. Who did I write? I forgot who did
we
you
haven't
who did you
established
write?
you.
Dwebs can be the Dwebs. You be the bulkier guy. I'll be the other one.
How'd it go?
Man, all they did was get in my way. Being a leader ain't easy.
Fuck you.
All you did was complain. Shut up.
Safe.
Cause you don't know Fujin is a girl.
And she likes to speak in singular words. Here
For reasons that I have yet to understand.
It's complicated in particular, reserved for another
Good
part.
job.
Good job.
Good job.
Okay. For as much as I don't hate 8 as much as a lot of people
Where's
do,
Seifer?
I will acknowledge that I feel like Final Fantasy VIII was the start of Square talking all fanciful words. Okay, pretending like they had the depth of an ocean, but in reality having the shallowness of a puddle, really.
Just be back at Garden by
Get down to
sundown.
it.
You're free till then. That's what I said in the previous part, Joe. But this game is in denial of its own shallowness.
What I'm saying is like,
dismissed.
I don't feel it's completely like that, but I do feel like when it comes to Square games, this was kind of the first big example of Square being like that. Unfortunately, there are a lot of other cases where they are like that too, but I feel like this was the first big example.
Yeah, sure.
Unless you count Final Fantasy II, which I've heard some people consider like that too.
Oh, we stole the car.
Hey! Not again, man. There goes Mr. Ego.
You
That's
you
putting
just
it
know we're
lightly.
pumping full volume that song from Eminem. Now this looks like a job for me.
Might as well walk it. I
So,
suppose we
yeah.
get to know each other as we walk, or run very
Yeah, you
fast
can,
if
because
that's
in
good.
Balam you can actually get to meet Zell's mother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go, Dibs. You wanted music? This is Balam's theme.
Alright, so now you have a choice to... Now you can stay here in town and do whatever if you want. And you can also... But the primary goal right now is to walk all the way back to Balam Garden on foot. Don't worry, it's closed, and you can... And in this remaster, you can turn off random encounters.
Not just that, if you
so-
stay on the road, you will not get random encounters.
So, yeah, you'll be fine. Alright, in the meantime, I just upgraded all of Selphie's weapons as well. By the
You're
way,
still here.
Selphie's weapons are on nunchucks. Nunchucks.
Again, this is probably the Final Fantasy game that has the most new introduced weapon. You know, we get the whip for Quistis, the gunblade in general, which is a replacement for the traditional sword. A proper type of shotgun instead of just a simple gun that Vincent had in the previous title. And later on, we'll get examples of an harpoon and two, I think they're Qatar type of daggers and a machine gun actually.
The interesting thing about Selphie's weapon cycle, it's not shown in 8, but Kingdom Hearts establishes that her nunchuck actually extends out pretty far, which is how she actually...
It's implied by the weapon artwork because they're connected by a cord and not a chain. So you get the idea they could be stretchy eventually.
Precisely.
My primary problem
Alright,
with these
so-
my primary problem with these characters is just the fact that the game doesn't really do a good job in making you invested on a first impression basis. Just because Squall is just kind of like because he's always constantly going whatever, like, and he has all the he doesn't like, and he just comes across as an antisocial person that doesn't, and they don't really go any further than that just yet. Well, hold on. And Zell is just kind of a doofus. Seifer is an annoying jackass, and Selphie is just a generic Genki girl for now. So it just comes across as just the characters just are not very appealing to me right from the get-go.
And keep in mind that this is most of your party for now. You will get maybe 1 or 2 new introductions aside from one specific gimmick that the game will introduce.
Again, 8 is obviously trying the tried and true formula of, see, these characters who are jerks, well, eventually they'll become better. It works better for some characters in this game than others, Seifer, but I do feel that also the pacing is a bit meandering with some of the character development. Oh, don't get me wrong, when it hits its stride, it does hit its stride. But unfortunately for the Fairest Act, it does feel like the game is rather shallow, unfortunately.
Oh, well. Well, see you for the next part, everybody. We'll figure out if they made seed or not. Spoilers, they did. See ya.
Ta-ta.
See ya.